Hello, I'm Steve Ozug, the Vice President of Students and Enrollment Management.
My name is Wayne Wood, Director of Public Safety, Chief of Police.
Hi, my name is John Souza, retired Chief of Police from the city of Fall River and an adjunct faculty member at Bristol Community College.
Hi, my name is Steve Rivard. I'm a retired fire chief in the town of Somerset. I am the director of the fire science program here at Bristol Community College and also part of the emergency preparedness team.
We have created this video in order to provide to you important information regarding the college's preparedness and emergency planning. The preparedness plan is the most comprehensive plan to date. Although it is not intended to provide you with the full scale of the preparedness plan, this video will provide to you information that we feel is essential for you to both prepare for and respond to an emergency or crisis should it happen at any location of Bristol Community College. You can access the full plan through the Campus Police website. In developing the college's preparedness plan, there were 4 guiding principles that served as the foundation of the plan. The first principle was that the plan needed to be comprehensive. And as you will see, we have addressed any one of a number of emergency or crisis situations so that we can be as broad-based as possible. The second guiding principle was that we needed to make this applicable to every location in which Bristol Community College operates. As you are aware, Bristol Community College provides services throughout Bristol County, and the plan is specific to those locations where that is applicable. The third guiding principle was that we needed the plan to be college-wide. We needed participation from all members of the college community, and we have done that in development of the plan. And the last guiding principle, and the one that is most important for you, is that all of us on the team need for you as an individual to make a personal commitment to being part of the team and to being prepared as best you can in the event that a crisis or emergency happens. The best preparedness plan in the world will not be as effective if individual members of the college community are not themselves prepared. And so I'm asking each one of you today to make that commitment that you will be aware of the plan, be familiar with the various procedures that are contained in the plan, and do everything you can ahead of time to know what you need to do in the event of an emergency or crisis. In the event that an emergency or crisis were to occur at any location, the college will employ a variety of communication modalities in order to get the word out to you and all members of the college community as quickly and efficiently as possible. Be notified is our most common forms of communication, and if you have not already signed up to be part of Be Notified, I am encouraging you to do that. In order to do that, you need to go to the college's homepage, and in the lower right-hand corner, click on Access BCC. And once you are into Access BCC, follow the instructions for signing up for Be Notified. Be Notified is an electronic communication network. It allows us to use different modalities in order to get messages out. And you, as the end user, determine during the enrollment process which modalities you want the college to use to contact you. You can sign up to have a text message sent to you. You can sign up to have a phone message sent to your cell phone. You can sign up to have a phone message sent to your home phone or your business phones. There are various means that you decide are the ones that you want the college to use in contacting you. The college will also employ other modalities in the event of a crisis or emergency. One of them is the use of reverse telephone speakers. Virtually all of our locations, all of our classrooms, all of our conference rooms, and all public areas at all sites are now equipped with speaker telephones. In the event of an emergency or crisis, the college will use those speakers in a reverse manner in order to broadcast a message. The college will also use, at the Ellsbury Street Fall River campus, the external speakers that are located on top of the blue emergency police phones. The combination of using all of these different modalities, we hope, will get the word out to as many people as quickly as possible and that eventually all members of the college community in a very short time will have received the message. When you receive a message, the most important thing to remember is to follow the instructions in the message. The first message that goes out may not contain all of the information, and that is why it is important for you to not question what is in there, but rather follow the instructions that have been provided.
Most of our campuses are monitored by either campus police or contract security. We have a uniform presence on campus, and our primary mission of the campus police department at BCC is to ensure the safety and security of persons and property within the jurisdiction of the college. We also rely on the cooperation of our local police departments.
Okay. Thank you, Chief Wood. As a former public safety official here in the city of Fall River, it is my responsibility as a member of the emergency preparedness team at Bristol Community College to act as a liaison with all police departments having any involvement with the campuses that are covered by Bristol Community College. We are actively in contact with the police departments in Fall River, Attleboro, New Bedford, and Taunton to liaison with them in developing our emergency preparedness plans. Several drills have been conducted and will be conducted going forward to assure that in the event of an emergency, all responding personnel will know where to go and how to respond to that emergency.
I would like to talk about two procedures that the college will utilize to deal with an emergency situation. Two procedures: shelter in place and lockdown. First, shelter in place. In some emergency situations, such as extreme weather, hazardous material spills, administration and/or emergency personnel may order protective action. Typically, these protective actions are to shelter in place. Shelter in place is the action of seeking immediate shelter indoors. If you are in a building, stay in that building and seek shelter. In a classroom, if you are walking on a campus, enter the closest building. Close all doors and windows and lock them if possible. Shut the shades and blinds. Always try to remain calm. Remain in shelter in place until you hear official instructions. Lockdown is a protective action against employed to safeguard people where there is a threat approaching the college or already at the college. Proceed to the nearest building. Lock yourself and others in the classroom or office. Close and lock all doors and windows. Turn off lights and silence your cell phones. Move away from the windows and sit quietly on the floor. Remain calm and stay where you are. Remain in lockdown until you hear official instructions in both shelter in place and lockdown. If the fire alarm sounds, do not evacuate unless there are visible signs of fire. Under certain circumstances, it may be necessary to barricade the room in which you are in.
Part of our emergency preparedness planning covers the unfortunate possibility of our campuses being invaded by someone who wishes to cause harm to either other students, faculty, or the administration, commonly referred to as an active shooter situation. Active shooters are unpredictable and they are volatile. For us to prepare for active shooters, we have to keep an open mind on how we are going to respond in the event we are notified that such a threat is present on the campus. In consult with the experts on this matter, we are advised of two separate and distinct responses. In the event that the active shooter is present in the building in which you are located, it has been advised that if you are able to evacuate and seek safety, please do so. However, at the Fall River campus that is composed of 10 buildings, if you are in a building where the active shooter is not present, we advise you to follow the procedures that would require you to lock down and shelter in place. If you happen to be in harm's way and you feel that you cannot evacuate, we instruct that you make a decision that is in your best interest to lock down, shelter in place, and follow all of those guidelines until you are told that all is safe by a police official. For further information regarding an active shooter situation or any other emergency that may arise, please refer to the Campus Police website.
I'd like to speak to you today about the building evacuation procedures. Before I go into the exact procedures, you should always be familiar with where you are on campus, your locations. Always be aware of the exits, no matter what room you happen to be in. The exits are clearly marked with red signs that say exit. You should also have a plan to get out of a building. And you should also have an alternate plan in case your original route that you've chosen to get out of a building is blocked for whatever reason. Now, the first type of evacuation I'd like to speak about is a fire alarm. In the event of a fire alarm activation, you are to leave the room immediately. Upon leaving the room, please turn off all gas appliances and electrical appliances. After leaving the room, we ask you to close the door, but do not lock the door. At that point, we would like you to use the stairways. Do not use an elevator in a fire emergency. Always use the stairways, and once you exit the building, we want you to exit to a closest parking lot. In the event of a bomb scare, you'll be asked to evacuate the building, but the fire alarm system will not be used. You will be notified through Be Notified or through the reverse speaker system on the phones. If you are notified to leave for a bomb scare, we ask that you follow the same procedures we use for the fire alarm. We ask you to leave the room as quickly as possible and close the door behind you. Upon exiting the building, we would ask you to go to the nearest assembly area. For those needing special assistance evacuating a building, there have been evacuation chairs located in all buildings and all campuses.
I'm Susan Bossino. As Dean for Disability Services, we encourage all students and staff who may need assistance in evacuating a building during an emergency to develop a personal action plan. Your individual specific plan will depend upon your disability and limitations, the nature of the emergency, and your location at the time. Although assistance is available, it is important that you take responsibility for your own safety. Your personal action plan should include the following. Establish a buddy system and alternate for each class. People with disabilities should prepare for an emergency in advance by instructing a classmate, instructor, supervisor, or a coworker on how to assist in the event of an emergency. Be familiar with alarm locations and signals. Sign on for Be Notified. If assistance is not immediately available, people with disabilities should remain near the stairwell landing or in the elevator lobby. Rescue personnel will first check all exit corridors and stairwells. You should continue to call for help until rescued. People who cannot speak loudly or with voice speech impairments should carry a whistle or have other means of attracting attention of others. For lockdown and shelter-in-place drills, familiarize yourself with potential shelter areas within each of your classrooms. Speak with your professors about your evacuation needs and plan. Although a professor and your escort can assist you in safely evacuating a building, you are the best authority as to how you need to be assisted. If you need assistance in determining the proper place that may provide shelter, you can speak with your professor, your supervisor, the Office of Disability Services at 508-678-2811, extension 2955, or the BCC Campus Police at 508-678-2811, extension 2218.
We hope that you find this information beneficial to you as you both prepare for and plan to respond in the event of a crisis or emergency. You are a valuable member of the college community, and your safety is our primary concern. And so, today, I am strongly encouraging you to make that personal commitment to be a partner with us and do all that you can to be aware of the college's preparedness plan and all that you need to do in order to best protect yourself against threats to your health and well-being. The college will conduct drills on a regular basis, and these drills will be an opportunity for you to practice and rehearse some of the responses and to be familiar with the procedures. And please also remember, as always, you can get additional information on the college's website.